that we sell here at My Freedom Smokes. That is the Ego with CE4 650 mAh. These are actually variable voltage batteries, but a similar 650 mAh battery just by itself is normally, you know, $15.95. Just that piece. So, and you're basically buying a battery, getting a clearomizer and a charger for free whenever you get this little kit. So, and it works really, really well. It is not a name brand. It is kind of a store brand that we sell. It's not Joytech. It's not Smoke Tech. It's not Vision, anything like that. It's just a generic brand. But we've gotten absolutely outstanding reviews about it. It works really well. The batteries are holding up for extended periods of time. The chargers are doing great. The CE4s are even doing great. So really good starter kit. I'm going to kind of go through some of the features of it here real quick. Kind of show you how to use it, how to fill it up, and what you need to know to get rolling. So if you take a look here, just took it out of the package. It is just your standard 650 mAh battery with the clearomizer on it. And unscrew the clearomizer, unscrews right off the end there. Let me see, right now it's off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I hit it 6 times. And that's the 5-click function to turn it on. So now you see it's on, and it's actually lighting up red. It might look a little orange on the camera there, but it's actually lighting up red, which is the highest voltage setting. Like I said, this is a variable voltage battery. To cycle through the voltage settings, really simple. 1, 2, 3, and it goes to the next setting. Green is actually the lowest setting, so it goes from red, which is the highest, down to green, and now you start from the lowest setting. I think is 3.2 volts. Then 1, 2, 3 changes to blue. That's the middle setting. That's 3.6 volts, and then 1, 2, 3. And we're back at red, which is, I think it's 3.8 volts. You have to check the product description on that one. Let's take it back down to green since we're just getting started with it here. And then here's the charger. You know, just a simple, basic short wire charger. Plug it into any USB outlet or get an adapter. You can get a wall adapter with a USB outlet on it if you want to plug it into the wall to charge it. It just simply screws right on the end here. It's not plugged in right now, but normally that would blink or light up. This will turn, it's normally green. It'll turn red when you put the battery on it. Whenever it turns green again, then that means it's fully charged and you can take it off. But that's the charger. Fairly simple, fairly easy to use. Now the clearomizer, this batch that we got actually came with flat tips. I know a lot of people out there prefer the flat tips. Some prefer the round. This batch came with flat tips. We do sell round tips for the CE4 clearomizers. If you prefer a round tip, you do have to purchase that separately from if you get one from this batch. Now, a lot of times whenever we get new batches, they may come in with round tips or flat tips. We don't usually specify because we have a ton of customers that like each one. So either way they send it to us, we're okay with it, and we do have the replacements for those. So just your general CE4 clearomizer here. You can see the gauge on the side there goes up to 1.6 milliliters. It's got a long wick in it, actually several long wicks, looks like 4 of them in there that hang down and just soak up that juice and bring it up to the heating coil right there in the center. Go ahead and take this mouthpiece off, just unscrews from the top, just like so. So you can set the mouthpiece down, and then if you take a look inside, it's a nice open setting with the tube right there in the center. Whenever you fill this up, you want to try to keep the juice from getting in that tube. That tube is actually the airflow pathway, so any juice that gets into that center tube is actually just going to run straight throughout the bottom, or if you're unlucky enough, you will suck it straight into your mouth, which if you've done that before, you know it tastes horrible. So just be careful whenever you're filling it up not to get any juice in that tube. The best way to do it, I have some juice right here. I'm going to fill this one up. Best way to do it, I'm going to fill up with some RY4 juice here. Just kind of lean it to the side here, and then just drip the liquid in, and it will cascade right down the side of that chamber. and fill it up. Try not to go too fast here. Alright, got some in there. Keep going. And you really want to fill it up right to where those wicks come out of that center post. If you go much above that, and I went a little above it, if you go too far above that, it'll actually cause it to flood the clearomizer a little bit. So you want to stick with filling it up right to where those wicks come out of that center post. It'll be okay for this one because I'm just testing it out here. And then just screw the mouthpiece back on, and that's it. You're done. It's full. It's ready to use. So now let's screw it back on the battery, and we're ready to give it a vape. All right. Let's try it out here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I mean, it got a good bit of vapor out of it. Let's turn it up to this middle setting and give it another try. Wow. Yeah, that put out a ton of vapor. Yeah. And then let's go up to this high setting. It might be a little too high, but let's try it anyway. Whew. Yeah, that's a ton of vapor. Yeah, so I mean, you can see this is really an outstanding performer for the money. I mean, it can't be beat. And you're talking, if you were to buy all of these pieces separately, you're looking at, you know, $15 for the battery alone, plus another $4 for the clearomizer, and about $4.50 for the charger. So you're saving a lot of money by getting this separately. You're saving about $8.50 there, so, or by getting this all in this blister pack starter kit. So that's an outstanding deal. And it's just, we call it the blister pack starter kit. I think the actual product name is Ego with CE4 650 mAh blister pack starter kit. I believe it's the last product in the electronic cigarette starter kits section of our site.